Have you ever felt like your smartphone can do much more than you're actually using? With the Huawei Nova Y73, you're holding a device packed with smart features, hidden shortcuts, and powerful tools that most users never fully explore. From extending its massive battery life and unlocking smoother performance to capturing better photos and speeding up everyday tasks, a few simple tweaks can completely transform your experience. In this guide, we'll reveal the best tips and tricks for the Huawei Nova Y73 that will help you use your phone faster, smarter, and more efficiently from day one. Tips and tricks for the Huawei Nova Y73. The Huawei Nova Y73 is a battery-first mid-range phone with a large 6.67-inch display, a 50-megapixels main camera, generous RAM, storage options, and a very large 6,620 mAh battery with 40W supercharge. These hardware choices shape how you should use and tune the phone for best everyday performance, photography, battery life, and long-term reliability. Below are practical, field-tested tips and configuration tricks, software plus hardware, to help you squeeze the most value from the device. Key specs referenced from Huawei's product pages and independent reviews. 1. Master battery management. The Nova Y73's superpower. The Nova Y73's 6,620 mAh battery gives you a big advantage, but correct charging and power settings ensure longevity and convenience. Use the bundled 40W supercharge for daily top-ups. It's both fast and designed for this battery chemistry. When you need a quick boost before leaving, the native charger is the best choice. Avoid keeping the phone at 100% for prolonged periods. If you charge overnight, enable a scheduled charge if EMUI offers it, or unplug at approximately 90 to 95% for long-term battery health. Enable battery-saving modes when you know you'll be away from a charger for extended periods. The large battery lets you be less aggressive during normal days, but the low power mode is excellent for travel days. Reduce background wake-ups for seldom used apps in settings. Right pointing arrow battery. Right pointing arrow app launch. Limiting background activity has a surprisingly large impact on all-day endurance. Turn off always-on connectivity you don't need, Wi-Fi scanning, Bluetooth when not used, location. These services can keep the phone awake even when the screen is off. 2. Display and refresh rate. Balance smoothness and runtime. The Nova Y73 uses a large 6.67-inch HD+ LCD with a 90 Hz refresh rate. A 90 Hz panel feels noticeably smoother when scrolling and animating, but it consumes more power than 60 Hz. Use 90 Hz for daily navigation, social media, and gaming for the best experience. If you need extra battery, switch to 60 Hz in display settings. Independent reviews confirm strong brightness and a useful 90 Hz mode for smoother UI motion. Use adaptive auto brightness for real-world battery gains. The phone adjusts to ambient light better than a manual setting. Reduce screen time out to 15 to 30 seconds if you frequently glance at notifications. This saves non-trivial battery over a day. 3. Camera tips. Get better images without changing apps. The 50 megapixels main sensor on the Y73 is capable. Use software and simple technique improvements to raise image quality. Use AI scene mode selectively. It optimizes settings for common scenes, but in tricky lighting switch to Pro mode to control ISO, shutter, and exposure. The default 50 megapixels mode is best for daylight details. In low light, the phone may combine pixels for better noise control. Tap to set focus and exposure, then slide the sun icon, exposure slider, up or down to lock a balanced exposure. This is particularly useful for backlit or high dynamic range scenes. For portraits, keep subjects a moderate distance from the lens, not too close, so the background separation algorithms can do a cleaner job. Use a steady surface, night mode, or tripod for long exposure night shots. The big battery and good processing make longer camera sessions practical. Clean the lens regularly. Smudges have disproportionate effects on low light photos. 4. Performance tuning. EMUI and app housekeeping. The Nova Y73 is powered by a mid-range chipset paired with 8GB RAM in common configurations. Proper management keeps the phone feeling snappy. Take advantage of Huawei's App Twin, parallel apps and app launch controls to manage background permissions. Disabling auto launch for power-hungry apps improves both performance and battery. Use memory optimization, if present, to clear cached apps, but avoid aggressive cleaners that kill important processes and worsen performance when apps reload frequently. Keep the system updated. Huawei issues EMUI updates that include stability, security and performance improvements. Check settings right-pointing arrow system right-pointing arrow software update regularly. 5. Useful hardware buttons and accessories. The Nova Y73 includes a programmable X button, side-mounted fingerprint reader, IR blaster and in some markets an IP64 dust water resistance rating. Map the X button to launch a frequently used app, camera, voice recorder, flashlight, to save time. The hardware shortcut is much faster than navigating home screens. Use a quality protective case. Although the Y73 is drop resistant and has splash protection, cases and screen protectors prevent everyday scuffs and preserve resale value. If you use the IR blaster for TV control, add your remote configuration in the native app. It's a handy travel feature. Enable biometric unlock, fingerprint plus face, for both convenience and security. The side sensor is quick and reliable. 6. Storage, backups and data safety. With up to 256GB storage available, you have room for media, but backups still matter. Use Huawei's built-in phone clone or cloud backup utilities to create regular backups of contacts, photos and messages. Backup frequently before any major updates. Offload photos to a cloud service, Huawei Cloud, Google Photos where available, or third-party NAS, Dropbox, to free internal storage and keep your photo library safe. If you notice storage creeping up, use settings right-pointing arrow storage to identify large files or app caches. Clear caches only for apps that misbehave or are using excessive space. 7. Connectivity and network tips. The Nova Y73 supports 4G LTE, Wi-Fi and NFC in many markets. Some region variants differ. If you travel, confirm local network compatibility for LTE bands before relying on the device. For full data speeds, some variants are region locked for specific bands. Use Wi-Fi calling or VoLTE where available for clearer calls indoors. Turn off Auto Connect for public Wi-Fi hotspots to avoid unintended background syncing. For faster file transfers, use the bundled cable with USB-C in the computer's USB-C, USB 3 ports if supported. 8. Troubleshooting quick checklist. When something goes wrong, these quick steps resolve the most common issues. Restart the phone to clear temporary software glitches. Update apps and system software. Check battery usage per app to identify runaway processes. Boot into safe mode if an app causes crashes, then uninstall the offending app. Factory reset as a last resort after backing up data. 9. Long-term maintenance and resale value. If you plan to keep the phone years or resell it, keep the original box, charger and a case. Resale value improves when accessories are included. Apply a high-quality screen protector from day one to avoid micro scratches that reduce appeal. Periodically review accounts and factory data reset before handing the phone to a new owner. Closing recommendations. The Huawei Nova Y73 is intentionally designed around endurance and everyday practicality. A very large battery, practical camera hardware and modern EMUI conveniences. Use the 90 Hz display selectively. Rely on the fast 40W charger when needed. Map the X button to speed frequently repeated tasks. And organize apps so background activity is limited. Small habit changes, scheduled backups, reasonable charging habits, and targeted app permissions will keep the phone feeling fresh for months and extend usable battery life for years. For reference on hardware features and official specifications, consult Huawei's product page and reputable reviews. At the end of the video, I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching. See you in a new video.